Excuse me. Bless me. Sorry about that. So I saw a lot of movies today. I mean, kind of. I mean, there's a lot of movie news and a lot of films I gotta talk about. So the first thing talking about Midsommar. So these are my thoughts on the film Midsommar. It's the second film by Ari Aster. He directed 2016's film. His first film was 2016's film Hereditary, which was, if you haven't seen it, I totally recommend you go see Hereditary. Great film, very disturbing, pretty good. So the basic plot of the film was a couple is invited by one of their friends to a trip to a Sweden village, and I really don't want to give away anything that happens because if I did tell you, started to give you the plot, it'd be kind of confusing and you feel like, what the heck is he talking about? So basically, a dysfunctional couple is invited by one of their friends to, one of their friends is, Swedish, so he invites them to his Sweden, how do I say this? Festival, his village festival, and as the film goes along, unsettling stuff starts to happen. And I've got to say, everyone in this film, really, they all give their A game. But that's to be expected with, then again, Ari Aster's first film was Hereditary. I'm just saying, from what we saw from Hereditary, this guy knows his stuff. He's trying to think, I always want to make sure my actors get their A game, because even if it's a horror film, he's thinking, I want you guys to give me your all. Even if it's a joke, give it, 10% or 100%. Because I think this guy is serious shit. What did I think about some of the things about this film? The film has similar themes to Ari's first film, Hereditary, such as grief, family, in a way, and also a bit of themes of death as well, and also a bit of, acceptance. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. Some films I like to give a bit of theme, when I'm talking about some films, I like to say, okay, this film has a bit of sense of themes, because when I was in college, that's what I like to talk about. But, some of the things I thought was, during this entire film, I thought, this is gonna be spoilers, because anytime when the characters are in this village, this community, I can feel even if it's a tiny scene where they're just talking to each other, as soon as they get into the village, I feel okay, yeah, that's unsettling, Even the fact that they all, then again, it's probably just part of the culture, but, I just find it kind of creepy, the fact that everywhere they go, it's just, this is really hard to spoil this movie, let's just go into spoilers. The film begins with, a young girl named Danny. So the cast includes Florence Pugh as Danny, Jack Rayner as Christian, William Jackson Harper as Josh, William Blomgren as Pill, and William Poulter as Mark. So at the beginning of the film, Danny is basically just getting a message from her sister, who is basically bipolar, and then as the story goes along a bit, it's discovered that she basically commits a double homicide. She kills herself and she kills her parents by suffocation of gas. Yes, yeah, dark stuff. And as the film goes along, you can tell, I mean, the guy that, Christian, his character is, like, the guy does a great job of playing a total uncaring jerk. Because that's what the character is. He's an uncaring jerk. And that's just what I think. I mean, he does a pretty good job of it. I mean, as the film goes on, you can tell there is always a sense of unsettlingness. Wherever it's a scene of just the way some characters are just interacting with, like, say, the community festival people. You just think, like, okay. And, well, one of the scenes, they just kind of felt like, oh. I mean, I kind of thought, okay, this is gonna happen. But then again, I've seen so many movies, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, this is probably gonna happen. Because I thought, like, okay. But there's a scene where, like, say, these two elderly members of the community, they are they the head of the community, and they basically just have their special day, their last meal, in a way, and then they walk up a mountain, basically kind of looking like, say, something from Lion King, Pride Rock and all that, and then everyone's just standing around, like, watching them go, say, yay, they're on top of the mountain, and then they both just jump off. And I'm just thinking, like, whoa, shit. I mean, but yeah, it's kind of effed up. And then, like, one of the members, he's basically it's two couples, it's a man and a woman. The woman, basically, she dies immediately once she jumps. The man, he survives, but his leg breaks off, and everyone goes like, oh no, he's still alive. And then they, basically just take a sledgehammer and just think, like, we're finished this, and man, we're gonna end it for you, buddy. One thing I just felt like, but, I mean, I don't really know if I kind of thought this, but I thought the character of Christian, as I was saying, he's kind of a total douche, uncaring, and doesn't really care about his girlfriend, Danny. He basically gets smitten on by one of the other girls of the community, and I mean, I'd say near the end of the film, we see, like, what happens to all the other characters, because, like, some of the characters, whereas Mark, who, he ends up pissing on basically is a dead tree that was a important tree of the community, which housed all the dead ashes of all the other previous people. He gets killed off. One of the other friends, who was it? Let's see. It was, Josh. Josh, he ends up getting killed off too for sneaking into one of the private buildings of the bookkeeper and taking pictures. Because to say, hey, don't do this, don't do that, because he's doing a thesis on the community. And then he ends up getting killed off, and as the end of the film you see, he basically gets buried into a garden. One of the, and then also, one of the disgusting things is, basically, the women, they basically, like, Christian ends up getting a piece of, I think it's like a pot pie? Chicken pot pie, I guess? I don't know, maybe so? And, basically one of the girls gives him a pot pie that has her pubic hair in it. Yeah. Guess good eating. Not my kind of thing. yeah, that is stress, man. One thing that I've also got to say is, I mean, the ending where basically Danny basically she ends up becoming the summer queen, the fall queen, because she ends up winning a dance competition. It's basically looking like Ring Around the Rosie because they're all dancing in a circle. And basically she wins. She becomes the queen of the season, and she ends up basically just saying like, "Say, hey, what's over there?" And then she ends up seeing Christian having sex, and basically Christian, he becomes immobile. He gets stuffed into a bear hide, something looking like something from what was it? The remake of what was it? The bees. I have no idea what it was. The Wicker Man, the Nicolas Cage Wicker Man movie. Looking like, yeah, he looks exactly like that. Even if you like, you see his body inside that. All the characters that we've seen who we see for the film, who end up dying on screen or off screen, they are put into a sacrificial building and get burned alive or burned to death, and that's how the film ends. I mean, I gotta say, for the second film, Ari Aster he's doing a good job. I mean, if he can do a third film and just be as good as these two films as his first two films, I think he's on something. I mean, that's just how I feel. I mean, this guy's pretty good. So I'm gonna give Midsommar I'm gonna give it a B. I mean, you're thinking like, say, if it's that great, then why am I giving it a B? Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't know. I mean, I thought this film was really good. If you like movies are really kind of unsettling, disturbing, but at the same time can be kind of funny. Because, I mean, there's some slight bit of twisted humor in this film. And also kind of, like, what the heck am I watching kind of humor in this film? Then you might like it. Overall, I'm going to recommend it. What do you think? Have you seen Midsommar? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Put your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.